What's shaking, everyone? This is King of the Golden State here with another episode. This one's going to be having to do with the Wednesday pile. This one's going to have to do with comics that came out on Wednesday, which is like my Christmas day, if you think about it. I love when new comics come out, and I picked up a whole handful of comics, but I'm only going to drop out only a couple of them for you. You know, just some of the, basically my best of what I've seen this week. So, you know, hope you have some of these yourself, and you know, let's take a look, shall we? Starting with this one, Daredevil number 6. That is the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, and it's a normal cover, and it's Daredevil with Elektra, and I really love anything by Sienkiewicz. That guy is probably one of the best artists. Probably one of the most underrated artists you've seen in a long time, and he doesn't get enough love. I'm so glad he did a Daredevil cover here for the recent issue, and definitely, I mean, if you need to go check out some of his old stuff, I mean, check out like first, like early editions of Moon Knight, when they had a run of that, early drawings of him doing Elektra. It's really good stuff. So, I mean, if you're like somebody who's all about, like, if you're like a millennial who's all about Liefeld and, big fan of stuff like that, look away from that and actually look at somebody like Bill Sienkiewicz, who blows like a Rob Liefeld or probably maybe most current day artist away, in my opinion. So, I was pretty stoked to see that on the newsstand, so I had to pick that up. Currently reading Miss Marvel, and it's the Kamala Khan run of Miss Marvel, and I'm really digging this run. It's not like any of the other like Miss Marvel characters, but this one, Kamala Khan, is actually, it's a pretty cool character. I mean, it's really just having to split life as a superhero and split life as a high schooler, and it's a really good read. So, I mean, if you ever get a chance, you're not sure what to read, pick up the Miss Marvel run that's currently running. So, I highly recommend it. Now, this one, Amazing Spider-Man. A lot of people are kind of 50-50 on the Amazing Spider-Man run by Dan Slott. I actually thought it was going to be bad. When I first read the first 7 issues, I actually liked it. Like, the Dan Slott run is actually a very underrated run. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that he's being treated like a Tony Stark type of individual, Peter Parker. And actually, it's a pretty big spin on the Peter Parker / Spider-Man character, and it's really actually a fun read. Sometimes you need to find those books that are actually fun reads and not just harping on the idea of, man, it's Peter Parker, he should be a nerd or he should be a school teacher. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I mean, him being like the scientist and, being somebody who's like that Tony Stark type. I mean, eventually these characters got to grow up at some point, and it's kind of cool, So if you ever get a chance, Dan Slott, he's not the world's greatest writer, but he makes Spider-Man fun. So I would consider that if you haven't picked up an Amazing Spider-Man in a while. All right, so as far as some other stuff, this for me is always a must-read. Outcast is always a must-read for me. That is like appointment reading. Every time Kirkman comes out with something, you have to read it the day you get it. It's really good stuff. And I got another Outcast number 1. I decided to send that to CGC for a slabbing because the series is coming out, and I believe it's supposed to come out in June. And, it's something that, if you haven't read it, as a comic reader and you're looking for something, definitely pick up Outcast, whether it's a trade or single issues. And the single issues, like the first issue is like about close to $20. And honestly, why wouldn't you want to pick this up? This is really good stuff. I mean, it's not It's not what you would consider fun, like a Spider-Man thing, but it's kind of like the opposite of fun. And the main character in Outcast is really just, he's pretty much going through hell, you know, through every issue. So, and if it's not him, it's definitely like a character close to him. So, you know, I love Kirkman, and I'll read anything he throws out there. Hell, I'm debating on picking up like the Ultimate Marvel team-ups he did like a couple of years ago and reading that. And I don't think anybody reads that anymore because since the series is over. But definitely check out Outcast if you haven't read it, like Outcast at all. It's really good stuff. All right, so I picked up, and I'm still debating on this, but I did pick this up kind of like a zombie in a way. I just said, oh, hey, Dark Knight 3, I better pick it up. It's book 4, why not? I'm on the fence with Frank Miller. I mean, I loved his early stuff, but his current stuff's kind of questionable. But I'm going to roll with it. I'm still a little bitter over the All-Star Batman and Robin that was never finished. I still want that to be finished at some point in my lifetime. That would be my bucket list. That'd be great. So I figure I'd just fall in line and pick up Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. I figured, you know, I'd do that. And next to it was this alternate cover by Raphael Albuquerque. It's a beautiful cover. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but everybody working on this series that's not Frank Miller is probably doing a better job than Frank Miller. Let me know in the comments. I think it's possible that everybody on here that's not Frank Miller is probably doing a better job than Frank Miller. And I mean, Frank Miller could still write a comic book if he just, you know, wrote a comic book and drew a comic book. His drawing is kind of questionable too. So I'm gonna hang with it until the series is hopefully over, because I want to say, you know, when a series by Frank Miller is over, but it's not really over until it's over. Because if you look at All-Star Batman and Robin, that one really leaves me pretty bitter. Come on, Jim Lee. Come on, Frank Miller. Cheering you guys on for the next 7 years. All right. So I'm going to throw one more at you guys that I think still matters. And this one, I was kind of surprised to see at the newsstand. Micronauts. Now, to anybody who's like born after 1990, probably has never heard of the Micronauts. The Micronauts is definitely one of those must-pick-up comic books. And seriously, I mean, if you see it in front of you, pick that up. It's really, it used to be a series under the Marvel banner, but now it's under the IDW banner. And I was kind of surprised to see it there on the newsstand. So I saw that, and I saw the cover, you know, cover B, and I said, you know what? They must have a cover A. So what did I do? Look for a cover A. Picked up the cover A and figure, oh, why not? I'll hold on to it. Hopefully, you know, maybe will run up in price at some point. And I'm sure the story's pretty good, so I'm probably gonna read this before I go to sleep. But yeah, that for me is, you know, the best of this week. There are some other stuff that I saw, like Doctor Strange and the Star Wars. But you know, I figure why show you guys that? I'm sure there are a lot of them that, you know, a lot of people have seen Star Wars and such, but I liked showing you guys this, you know, because, you know, stuff that I'm definitely looking forward to reading. So I'm going to probably read this tonight and after the Warrior game's over. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to try to do a Wednesday pile. I'm going to call that the Wednesday pile every Wednesday, of course. So please like, comment, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, you know. I mean, you know, if you need to give me some pointers or what have you, that'd be great. I mean, like I said, I'm an amateur. So, yeah. So I'm see you guys next Wednesday with the Wednesday pile. And until then, you guys take care. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.